Do you own any electroplating unit, or do you work for any electroplating unit, either as an employee or as a service provider? In any of the cases, do you know what are the norms and standards for air emissions from the electroplating unit? Do you know which notification is applicable, where it is available? Well, it's not so cumbersome to search in this information age, but this video will give you a focused information on legal requirements of norms and standards for air emissions from electroplating units. So first come first, notification. GSR General Statutory Rules number 266E dated 30th March 2012. Compulsory parameters you need to monitor are acid mist as hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. But sometimes people also use chromic acid in their processes. In that case, you can add chromic acid mist also. What is the maximum allowable limit? 50 milligram per nm cube. That is 50 milligram of acid mist in a normal cubic meter of exhaust air emitted. Then there is a common parameter, particulate matters. Particulate matters is not specified in GSR 266, but it is a general standard. It is given in the general standards, so it should be tested. And the limit for particulate matters is 150 milligram per nm cube. Now comes specific processes such as nickel and chromium plating, zinc, copper or cadmium plating. Now for nickel and chromium plating, the requirement for monitoring is nickel, which has a limit of 5 milligram per nm cube, and hexavalent chromium as Cr+6 with a limit of 0.5 milligram per nm cube. In case of zinc, copper or cadmium plating, the requirement is lead, for which the permissible limit specified is 10 milligram per nm cube, and another parameter is total cyanides, 5 milligram per nm cube. Most importantly, this is very important, these standards apply to electroplating units only with water consumption of at least 5 kiloliters per day. So if your water consumption is less than 5 kiloliter per day, 5 KLD, in that case the requirement does not apply. All the electroplating units must channelize emissions through a stack or chimney at least 10 meters above the ground level and or 3 meters above top of the shed or building of the unit, whichever is higher. Above all, it is very important that you must look into your consent conditions, the consent to operate, the consent to establish, the conditions specified by the State Pollution Control Board or the respective Pollution Control Committee, wherever you are, in which state and which union territory you are. You have to look into the consent conditions. As per the consent condition, you have to understand what are the requirements. If there is any kind of confusion, you must consult your State Pollution Control Board or Pollution Control Committee, wherever you are, and get a confirmation from them in the form of either in a written form or maybe in the form of this consent condition, whatever, that which parameters are applicable to you. That is very important. And if they are not issuing any letter or consent where it is not clear, then you should at least do one thing, that you write a letter or email and submit it to them and get a confirmation from them at least that you have submitted. That will save you in legal aspects. So this is what about the air emissions from electroplating units. Sometimes I'll come back with another episode talking about the requirement of the effluent parameters to be monitored in electroplating units. Till then, goodbye.